Hello Stampers, I've got another fun card for you today, and this one is using the Bird's Eye View stamp set from Stampin' Up. It has all these cute little birds in it, and they have different glasses that you can put on them. And it's just such a cute set. Here it is. This is in the annual catalog, and you can find it. It's item 161436. I'll have the link below this video, along with all of the other links to the products that I used today and the dimensions for the card. You can just find them, just click show more, and you'll see them all listed there down below. So we're going to do our main panel first, but I wanted to show you I had some leftover designer series paper, and this is the paper that I used for the card, and it comes out of the inked Botanicals 6x6, and you'll see that listed below too, but it's really pretty paper. I think it's really summery. It's got all these leaf prints and flower prints on it. I could show you one that I did yesterday. This is one I did a couple days ago, actually, and it's using the same stamp set and the same designer series paper inked with Botanicals. So that turned out cute also. But there's lots of things you can do with this stamp set. It's I thought it was a wonderful stamp set to use for anybody who loves books or is graduating. And then also you can turn these glasses into sunglasses. So you can make a lot of different scenes with this for summer, just in general. So this one I just put Celebrate on. And let's get started. So we're going to start on our main panel here. And it is 3 3/4 square, basic white, and I punched out of a double layer of Post-it notes a 2 3/8 circle, and I punched it out as much as I could of the sticky part so it would stick to my panel here, and this way it masks for the sun. So that is our sun mask. And then we're going to use blending brushes and some really pretty colors today. We're going to start with Crushed Curry. Now Crushed Curry is one of those colors that is in that designer series paper pack. So I didn't know which paper I was going to use yet when I was doing the scene. I just knew I wanted to use the colors from that pack. If you ever want to know the colors from a pack of paper, they're always listed on the back. Like this one is Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. So you can pull those colors out, and then you know for sure you're going to have some designer series paper that's going to go with it. Now this is beautiful paper. It's double-sided, so there's lots of different designs in this. But it's one of my favorites so far, especially doing summary cards. But we're going to start with Crushed Curry here, and we're going to blend some around our sun mask. I'm just using a blending brush, and I'm going to blend that Crushed Curry around here. If you hear a little bell tinkling, that is my cat in the room. She loves to be in here. I think she likes to hear my voice. So there is our Crushed Curry around our sun mask. And then I'm going to go to Pumpkin Pie. So we're going to get a little darker here. And I'm just going to blend this around that color I just put on, like a circle around it. It's warmth, and you can see it in color. So there is that. And then I'm going to go to Lost Lagoon. We're going to put some Lost Lagoon down at the bottom. This is a very simple layout. There's no cutting out of pieces or anything like that for the main panel. So I'm just going to add some Lost Lagoon down here at the bottom. I'm going to keep that Lost Lagoon out, and we have a stamp here that is for our leaves. And first I better stamp my little bird first so I know where it goes, right? So let's do that with Memento Tuxedo Black first. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, so Memento Tuxedo Black for our little bird. And I'm going to stamp it right at the top of our sun here. Here's our cute little guy. And then I'm going to take a light Lost Lagoon Stampin' Blend marker. And I'm going to use the chisel point. And I'm going to start here at the bottom left corner, just a little off that corner. I'm going to come up and meet its feet and make like an arc. Okay, very simple to put in that little twig it's standing on. And then I'm going to take some Lost Lagoon ink pad and the leaves. And I'm going to start adding these leaves. I'm going to add one right on the end here. Then you can add some throughout the branch a bit. And then I want to add some at the bottom of the panel. I'm just kind of tilting that leaf a little different each time I stamp it. That way they don't look like they're all just standing up little soldiers. So there is that. And then I'm going to go back to that Lost Lagoon Stampin' Blend marker. This is, again, still the light one. And I'm going to, where his one little foot is off the branch, I'm going to come and make another branch so that it looks like it's standing on the two branches. And I'm connecting the leaves to the branch too. That makes it read a little better. There we go. Just so it has a stem to each little leaf. And then you can add some going downwards on these little leaves here. And now that all makes sense. Okay, so that was Lost Lagoon. And now let's color our little bird in. And I have that light Lost Lagoon still, and I'm going to start with that. I'm going to use the brush in now. I'm going to color his little wing in. And you can color him any color you want it. I just wanted to stay with the colors for that Designer Series paper pack. So I added to his tail, his wing, and then I'm going to add it right here where there is those little hash marks. Okay, so that was that. And actually, let's stay with that Lost Lagoon. And I'm using the brush. I'm just going to color in all these leaves. This light color is enough that it doesn't hide that detail that is stamped in the leaf. Probably if you use the dark Lost Lagoon, you might lose that. So I'm staying with the light Lost Lagoon. If you use the brush end, it makes quick work of these leaves. I'm not a real fine detailed colorer. I like things quick. So a couple strokes on each of those leaves and I'm done with it. There we go. There's our leaves all colored in. Okay, so for our little bird's body, I'm going to take the light wild wheat. I'm going to color his whole body in. I'm just going to skip over his little beak. I'm going to leave it light so that it kind of pops out against his darker colors. Go down his belly, and I'm going to kind of flick some into that tail area. And then I'm going to add some spots in his little wing, that same Lost Lagoon. And there he is, all colored in. So now I need some glasses, and I decided to use Cajun Craze for that so they really pop. So I'm going to stamp his little glasses in Cajun Craze. I want to make sure I'm stamping these good. Just going to lean in here a bit. There we go. How cute is that? I just love his little glasses. But I wanted to make him sunglasses since we have this great big sun behind him. So I'm just going to take a black marker. This is the dark basic black Stampin' Blend marker. And I'm going to use the fine tip here. And I'm just going to color the inside of the lens area. I'm trying not to go into that Cajun craze. Otherwise your glasses might get a little misshaped. So there's one side. Here's the other. You don't have to make them sunglasses, but I just wanted to want it to be a nice, bright, sunny card. So there his little sunglasses. Now I just want to do some highlighting. Have a Signo white gel pen that I got from Amazon. And I'm just going to put like a little curve there at the bottom of the left side with a dot on top of it. And then for his highlight in this right lens, I'm just going to make a curve the opposite way. And then I just wanted to add some highlights to these leaves. I'm just going to draw a line up the left side of most of these just to give a little something here, little highlight. And then I'm going to do these bottom leaves also. There we go, and that's all I'm doing for highlights. So guess what? There is our scene all done. Isn't it cute? Or she, I should say she, because I think she looks like a girl. I'm going to back this with a basic white panel that's 3 7/8 square. I'm just going to use multi-purpose glue, but you use whatever glue you want to use. There we go. I call this a weenie layer because it's just 1/8 of an inch larger than our main panel, but it gives you that nice frame look. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to use some dies. This is a must-have die set, I think. It's Wanted to Say dies, and it has all these great dies in it that are words. So it's quite a large set. Okay, so I'm going to be using the congratulations for this. And these are 2 pieces for each saying. So you have the one that cuts out just the background. So that's what I used, and I used basic white for that. And I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then you have the detailed one. And this one cuts out this really fine detailed detailed die cut that layers on top of that. Again, that's the Wanted to Say dies. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just on a couple of these little letters here. I'm not very generous. I'm just barely putting anything on here. And I mainly just want to get some on the first letter and the last letter, and then one in the middle would be fine. I'm going to line these up on our little die here. And if you use glue and not like your snail adhesive or something like that, then you can move it around a bit once you get it on, just to get it to look right. I think that looks pretty darn good. Isn't that a great die? And this can be used for like so many occasions, right? So anything you want to celebrate. So we have that done. I'm going to set it aside too. I have our main card base, and this is Lost Lagoon, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, and it creates a quarter card when you fold it in half. And inside I put a basic white panel that is 4 by 5.25, and that's just to stamp, you know, happy birthday or whatever you want to use it for. So On the outside, I'm using another piece of that Designer Series paper, and this is the inked Botanical. So I'm going to add this on, and this piece here is 1.5 by 5.5. So I'm just going to put some ink on the back. Even the back side's really cute. Then I'm going to back it with a basic white panel that's 1 3/4 by 5.5. I'm going to center those up there. And then I'm going to adhere this to the front of the card. And I'm going to come in 1 inch from the left side. There we go. Make sure I got that nice and straight. Okay, so we have that on there. And then I have just another piece of that Designer Series paper. Now this is I'm going to have the back side showing on this. I just want to flag that bottom. So I'm just going to cut up the center about 1/2 inch and then cut from each corner in. And that'll be our little flag. And I'm going to add this to our card also. A little glue on here. And I'm going to put this to where the center of that little flag is on the white. There we have that. So now I'm going to add our main panel. This is a simple layout, and it really shows off that nice Designer Series paper, the inked Botanicals. There we go. And so next, all we need is our sentiment piece. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. You can just put it right on if you don't want to have that depth in it, but I just wanted a little bit of depth in mine, so I'm going to pop mine up with Stampin' Dimensionals. I have some mini ones here. I think I'll go ahead and use those. Just put them throughout here. And then I'm just going to cut a little piece off of here to put on the C. So that edge is very useful for this type of stuff. So I cut that off, put it right on that edge of that C. We'll just take our max off. Here we go, and I'm going to add this to the bottom of our card here. Cute, cute, cute. I just think that sentiment just makes it. Okay, that's just about it, and I'm just going to add one more embellishment, and we're going to take some baker's twine here, and I'm just going to make a bow out of it. I'm just going to tie a little bow here. Make my loops real small. And give it a tug there. Cut the little legs off of it. And I'm going to add this to our little branch here, and I'm just going to add it with a mini glue dot. I'm just going to take the glue dot, kind of roll it up real small, and put it on the back of my little bow, and add it to this tree branch right between the leaves. And that is our finished card. So along with our finished card, I've added a little design to the envelope just to have it coordinate. And I stamped some of those glasses, did the same highlighting on them. Then I just added a little strip of that Designer Series paper, so it all coordinates. And that is our card for today. I hope you enjoyed this project and that you give it a try. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me. Toodles!